Evelyn Hollow here, and welcome to today's video. I really wanted to try like a craft today, and I have a whole cupboard full of a bunch of old crafts that I've just never really got around to making, and so I thought today would be the perfect day to finally use one of those crafts. So the craft I've picked today, as you've probably seen in the thumbnail, is to paint these plant pots. Now it is actually like paint your own plant pot with like it dipping in. Editing Evelyn here, I actually got it completely wrong. It says it right on the box. It is a paint pouring kit. I'm going to be painting a Studio Ghibli character on the plant pot, and specifically the character Totoro. So I'm going to unbox this kit, and I do want to see what's inside. Even if I am not going to use it, I am still curious of what it comes with. I definitely don't think it comes with the little plants on the top, because it doesn't say it here. See, it doesn't have any mention of plants on the top, but I can easily find something to put in the top of my one. A little bit of a better angle, so hopefully you can see. I actually got this as a birthday gift quite a while ago, but I just never got around to making it. I was really excited when I got it. Now what's the best way to open this? Up here. Wow, look at these paints. They look really cool actually. As fun as I think this would be to try, I just have got my heart set on another idea that when I looked at these plant pots, I was like, oh, I want to try that. And it said it came with stickers, so it came with these two little eyes as they showed on the front of the box that you can put them on like that. But for what I'm going to do, I actually don't need the stickers, but I might keep these paint to use for another project in the future, so they won't go to waste. And we've got two plant pots here. The pots do have quite a grippy feel to it, but I think I will still undercoat them anyway before I paint on it. So here's the first pot. I'm actually very impressed. They feel like nice quality, really solid. Here's the other one. So what I'm going to do next is deciding exactly how I'm going to design like the character's eyes, where they're going to be placed. And rather than just drawing on it straight with pencil and then rubbing it out and changing my idea, I'm actually just going to draw these on my sketchbook and then figure out how I'm going to do it. So let's do some thumbnail sketches. So for my first character, like I mentioned before, it is going to be Totoro, is going to be on one of the plant pots. And since I have two plant pots, the other character is going to be this little blue Totoro here, which is called Chu Totoro. And even though I have two plant pots, I really wanted to do all three Totoros. So this one here is called Chibi Totoro, and I have a special way I'm going to try and incorporate both of these onto the same pot. So back again to my sketchbook, and let's sketch out these ideas. So I'm just going to use the spiral bound sketchbook I have. I have my reference off to the side here so I can see it, and I've got the pot as well in front of me, so I'm just going to sketch out the pot first. And as you can see here, I've just drawn some simple versions of the plant pot. I'm drawing multiple versions just so I can get an idea of different placements of where the eyes are. So first we're going to do Totoro. I don't have any air dry clay at the moment, but I'm thinking I can buy some and just add like some ears maybe over the edge. Although this might just get covered by the plants I'm going to buy for it as well. So I was like, should the eyes be up here since on his face they are quite close, or should they be more down here? So it doesn't matter if it's messy, it's just a sketch. Oh, whiskers, almost forgot. I was like, I knew there was something missing from the face. And if I did decide to go the air dry clay route with adding some ears, I was thinking at the back, I'll just draw it quickly here. Totoro has a tail, and maybe I could add like a little air dried tail that pokes out at the back like this. I can just kind of poke out. Maybe something like that at the back as well. Or I could even add some arms. I think that might be a little too much detail. You know, I kind of want to keep it simple. But let's see what it looks like with the eyes up higher. That is quite cute, but I am a little worried that there isn't actually going to be enough space for the face. Like how I'm thinking maybe the face should be more up here higher and then the ears up here like this one. I'm not sure yet. I'll draw some more ideas. I was just drawing this third one here, and I was thinking, why doesn't this look like Totoro? And then I completely realized I forgot the belly. Oh, it's such an important part of the character. I can't believe I forgot it so just quickly, and somehow it's looking even more like him. But I think what I need to do is make the nose between the eyes more. As you can see here, they're right at the level of each other, so I think that might make him look more like Totoro as well. So after I've done some more designs. I quite like this one because I feel like it looks a little more cuter, like how it's quite squished, like with the face at the bottom and the ears here. As much as I think it would be fun to add these ears on, they will be quite thin because as you see here, the base of the pot is very thin and quite small, so if I put some ears on there, they're going to be, again, very thin, but very breakable and very prone to getting like knocked off and things. And I think it actually will get hidden in whatever plant I put on top anyways. I think I'll draw the other two Totoros in that type of style. And just to give you a closer look, this is what I'm thinking. So I've drawn 3 more templates of the pot, and how I'm going to fit 2 Totoros on one is to just draw it slightly lower, like slightly smaller below the other one's face, I think. Let's see how this goes. This one has very pointy, long ears. Okay, and the eyes again are at similar level to the little nose. Those eyes look very terrifying. It's okay. It's okay. It's not okay. A part of me really wanted to make the leaf on the side, but I just know that wouldn't really fit with the design. And if I add the little guy like down here, the only thing is that it is 3D, so it will wrap around the side of it a bit. I mean, I think it will work. Wow. It's very busy, but you know what I mean? I think it'll work. I just can't stop looking at those eyes. Let me just fix that real quick. There we go. They look a little less terrifying now. I think I might make the belly go all the way to the bottom like I did with Totoro. And I'll probably make these a bit longer and move things around slightly. But for now, I think that's pretty good. So let's go and get the undercoat. And we'll take that with me too. Now that I've let the undercoat completely dry, we can finally paint it. First we'll paint Totoro. My gosh, the birds outside my window. Every time I'm trying to film, I can hear them squawking. I'm actually trying to make this look all like aesthetic and clean, but this is the reality. So let's just zoom back in there. And first, oh, I got the colour pretty good. This would definitely need a few coats. As you can see, the paint's quite thin. You can see the white very clearly underneath it, but I expected that. Most things need 2 coats anyway. I've gotten paint on my hands so much. I tried to edit it out, but I'm thinking I might as well just show you the reality of painting. It doesn't always go so cleanly. I mean, that's kind of the fun of painting, is to get messy and experiment. It doesn't always look the best. Oh, it's very tricky. Oh my gosh, I'm getting messy. It's very tricky to try and film at this angle. Now that the grey pot is drying, before I do the next one, it's always good to wash your hands, because even if it looks dry on your hand, I've had it transfer to like other paint before anyway, even if you think it's dry, so it's always good to scrub it before you paint the next thing. So the next pot we're going to be painting is this little guy here. We're going to pick this blue colour, but the flowers I bought yesterday to match the pot are a bit more on the purplier blue side, so I'm just going to tweak this colour just to match the flowers a bit better. I also forgot to mention this is May. This is one of the sisters in the movie My Neighbor Totoro, so all of these characters in the same movie. I can't believe I forgot to mention that in the start. But yeah, that's who she is. This is why you don't balance your paintbrush. Make sure it's safely in the table. I had it balancing on the edge right here. That was not a good idea. No, I shall clean it up. I wanted to talk a little bit about the movies and how much I just love them. I've watched My Neighbor Totoro, Howl's Moving Castle, Arete, Whisper of the Heart, Kiki's Delivery Service, and Spirited Away. There's still many movies I want to watch of Studio Ghibli's, but Totoro was the first movie I watched, and it was just so sweet and wholesome. I once heard someone describe the movie as like you're wearing a cozy blanket, and I just couldn't agree more. I'm so glad it was my first Studio Ghibli movie that I watched, because I really loved it, and I hope to make some more fan art of the other movies as well. Here are the two pots completely painted. I ended up doing 3 coats for the outside just because I felt like the second one there was still just a few little spaces that weren't covered with paint properly. And just for the inside, you can see a bit of white at the bottom and it's quite see-through in some areas. Like here, how it's much messier, but it didn't really matter too much because the flowers are going to cover it anyway. And for the bottom, I just kept that as 2 coats as well. As you can see here, 3 coats gave it really good coverage. Here's the blue as well. I really love this blue, how it came out. Now I'm just going to sketch on the face, and I'll do that off camera just because I feel like it's going to be quite tricky to get the camera at the right angle. It's a little tricky to see the outline. I just did it with pencil, and I started off by drawing the eyes, and then I could easily map out each other feature from there. Here are the other 2. You can kind of see how it shines right there. And now let's get to coloring them. I'm so excited to get to the details. That's my favorite part. Another thing I loved about the movie My Neighbor Totoro, besides the story, was the art style. I was just blown away with all the details and beautiful colors. As you can see in some of these examples I found from the movie, I was just admiring the background throughout the whole movie. It was just such a joy to look at, and as an artist myself, I just appreciated all the fine detail that was put into it. All of the Studio Ghibli movies I've watched so far have had such a beautiful art style. Okay, let's try this again with a dark grey instead of a black. Just felt like the black looked too noticeable, like too in your face. It's much easier to turn the plant pot rather than drawing from straight on. And for some reason talking more quietly the more detail I do. I'm not very good at acrylic, as you probably noticed. And let's draw the little mouth. I'm so shaky. Deep breath, deep breath. There we are. I'm literally clenching the pot because I'm so anxious to make a wrong mistake. I mean, it's not a mistake. I can fix it. Here's the first layer of everything. And I'll do the next layer off camera. I've gotten a bit like stage fright in front of the camera. My lines are much more shakier. So I'll see you when layer 2 is done. And here is layer 2. I just have the pupils of the eyes left to do and the little pattern on the belly. So I just sketched out the little marks for the belly patterns, or the fur patterns. Roughly go over the sketch, because I can use an eraser to get rid of the pencil. I'm literally holding my breath with each stroke. Oh, I'm not used to doing such fine details with acrylic paint. I mean, I'm used to doing fine details. I mean to say like a line art where you can kind of see every mistake, at least with like my Hobbit hole painting. All the kind of brush strokes kind of merge together and it's quite like messy. With this you can see like my anxiety in each stroke. But it's okay, I can fix it. Just tell myself that to make it easier. As you can probably tell, this isn't really a tutorial on how to do this plant pot. It's more like, hey, come along on my process of figuring out how to do this pot plant and let's see how it goes, basically. And you know, that's not too bad. This one's quite thick, so I'll mix up some yellow paint and fix that. Oh, the eyes are looking a bit scary though. We should do the pupils next after this dries. Okay, time to do the eyes. I might make them look slightly off to the side. I think he's looking in 2 different directions. Let me fix that. Okay, that looks a little better. There we are. It's just much easier to do detail with your face like right up against the pot to see it. So that's why I take it away from the camera. Okay, and I think I can use the other end. See, this was the big one. I can use this little end to do the white highlights once that's dry. Oh, that's far too blue. I need it to be more grey. Let's try that again. Oh yeah, that's much better. Now this little chibi Totoro is supposed to be white, but its eyes are also white, and in the drawing, like you can see here, it has little line art to separate the eyes and the body, although looking at it now, it's actually slightly yellow. So for how I thought to fix it would be just to make the white slightly off-white, so like a grey. But now looking at it, it has a tint of like yellow. So I'll mix up a new colour and let's give that a try. I feel like I didn't explain this very well in the last clip, but why I didn't want to paint the chibi's body bright white was because I was worried the eyes would blend into its body too much, since I'm not doing the line art to separate the two. And I'll do the rest off camera so I can show you it finished at the reveal. But before we go to the reveal, there's one more thing I must show you. And that is what I'm going to be putting in the plant pot. So here's our first one. This will go in the grey pot plant, as I thought the white would suit it quite well. And I think I'll just use one flower since they're actually quite big compared to the pot plant. Where the other flowers I have, these lovely dark blue flowers, I will use a few in the plant pot since they're quite a lot smaller. So I'll see you in the reveal. And here's the Totoro plant pot all finished. I just love how it came out. But you can probably tell something's a little different with the flower there. It's a bit more squished into the plant pot. And that's because I tried to have it overhanging the edge, as you can see right here. And I just felt like it covered the face too much of the features and everything. And so I tried to squish it in, but it just kept popping out. And so I decided, I wondered how hard it would be to actually take off the back of the flower and remove a leaf and a petal, and that was a little tricky, but it was worth the effort. I just love how like it just sticks out of the pot plant and you can just see the details a lot more clearly. I think it came out so cute. And here is the Chibi and Chu Totoro. They just look so cute together, and this one I could fit the flowers poking out of it rather than shoving it down into the plant pot. I managed to fit about 3 flowers in there, and I just like filming them outside because I think it really shows off the beautiful colours. And here's Jasmine, my cat, trying to help me film. Every time I go outside she loves to follow me, so it was a little tricky having her around, but she was just being so cute I couldn't not add her into the video. She was just rolling around on the ground. And here they are together. I think they just came out so cute. I really love them. They were a lot of effort and hard work, and I wasn't sure how it was going to turn out, but that's with a lot of projects. You just gotta start it and see how it goes. But it was a lot of fun getting to record the process. It's been a while since I've posted a video and it just felt nice doing it again. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you next time. Keep creating.